Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Yamika, the Electrifying Educator. On this channel, we discuss teacher tips, tools, and tutorials. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys update number 2 on my summer school experience. So if you're interested, keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say is I want you guys to know that just because I am focusing on my summer school experience, that does not mean that these tips cannot transfer into the fall or spring semesters. These tips are tips that will help all teachers no matter what season it is, fall, spring, summer, whatever. Okay, so let me just jump right on in here. Okay, see, it is Saturday, June the something, I don't even know, don't judge me. Anyway, it is Saturday and I am just now sitting down to record week 2 and 3 for you. And that brings me to lesson or tip number 1. Self-care is so important. We do so much for so many people. And a lot of times we take ourselves, our own physical selves for granted, mental and emotionally for granted. And so my tip to every teacher out there is to please take care of yourself. So let me tell you why I'm saying all this, okay? Again, it is Saturday and I have not felt well for almost 2 weeks, probably like a week and a half, a little bit more. And I just started feeling like myself yesterday. I don't know if 2020 wanted to come in and just be like,
boom, I'm the head BIC.
I don't understand, okay? I don't know if 2020 wanted to come in and prove a point that,
we've been in this 2000 thing for 20 years and I'm about to shake it up.
I don't really know what she's on right now. Like, I don't know if we need to send her to a rehab center to work on herself. Like, I don't know, okay? But what I do want to say is she has just thrown all kinds of curveballs and I'm done. Like, ain't nobody got time for you 2020, okay? I had a sinus infection, okay? And instead of going to the doctor, I just let it fester and fester because I guess I was just really excited about summer school and all of my excitement. I just kind of like downplayed how I was feeling. But no, sis, bro, like I was sick, okay? Like throat hurting, like nasal congestion, the most horrendous headache I've ever had in my entire life. Do you hear me? Like, so like I had this, agonizing, like excruciating headache. Like it was horrible. Like it was horrible, right? And so I'm just like, oh, it's okay. Like I've just been, too much screen time. Like I was making every excuse in the whole world and just wasn't doing anything about it, okay? So finally, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I broke down and I was like, okay, like I can't handle it anymore. And my husband the whole time was like, do you want to go to the doctor? Like, what do you want? And he's always really good about trying to get me like whatever I need if I ask for it. So I was like, no, just give me some Tylenol, sinus and headache. And, I told him to make me some tea. Like I'm just all these little over-the-counter home remedies, and it just was not working, okay? It was not working, and I'm just letting it fester and fester. So anyway, I finally broke down and did teledoc. We have teledoc through our insurance, so I called in and I had to go through some things and like get it all set up again because I haven't used it in like 2 years. I am rambling. The point is, self-care is important. So get enough rest. Get enough water. That was another thing. I was not drinking enough water. So while I'm on the subject of self-care, I want to stop right now and shout out my girl Mackey. She is a phenomenal educator that I have the privilege and honor of working with, and she's my friend. She has an organization called Reset Teachers. Can y'all see my shirt? Can y'all see my shirt? Okay, I'm gonna insert a picture if you can't see it. I will link her Facebook and Instagram information in the description box below, but she is amazing. I'm gonna read you guys her introduction on her Facebook page, and it's Reset Teachers LLC is a professional organization committed to developing the social and emotional wellness of teachers. We provide strategies, tools, and resources for teachers to identify and manage their emotions so that they can be their best for students. And she's doing some amazing things with her organization. She is sponsoring or spotlighting teachers right now during the summer months and their experiences and lessons and reflections over the COVID-19 season. So I will definitely link her information down below. She and her organization deal with like just this kind of thing, like making sure that we are taking care of ourselves as educators so that we can actually feel good and be in a position to really give our students the best of us. So y'all definitely go check her out. She's amazing, okay? Lesson or tip number 2 is a schedule and organization. Part of the scheduling came from the actual summer school program that I work with. We had to have one synchronous learning session. We had to have office hours, 3 different times available that we could meet with students, either in a synchronous setting or just be available at our desk to meet the needs of students. And we had to have one collaborative team planning meeting a week. So basically, you would ideally have something every day during the week. But we could, manipulate our schedule to fit our needs, because of course we're teaching remotely. I set a schedule up where I met with the students in a live synchronous learning class with Google Meets on Mondays, and then I had office hours Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So that would give me Wednesdays off in the middle of the week so I can kind of regroup and make sure I'm good at home. And so it worked out really, really well. Having a schedule where it allowed me to be consistent, and I'll talk a little bit more about consistency, but it allowed me to be consistent with the students. They knew what to expect. They knew our, routine. Having a routine is major key. So that schedule allowed for everybody to just kind of know what was going on. And then just organizing my lessons and activities and everything that I was gonna do. I definitely have a planner. I love me a good planner, okay? Y'all know, because I have done a vlog on finding my happy planner for next year. It was a whole adventure. It'll be up in the card. But then I also went ahead and did a separate video with just a flip through. It was a whole thing. Anyway, but I love planners. Now, I'm not as good as some of these other planner girls out there who have amazing spreads, and I'll be like, dang, that's so pretty. But I do what I do. So having a planner to help me stay organized with what I'm teaching and what I need to cover during my office hours, what questions the kids had that I needed to go back and review. So just staying organized, having some type of system to organize your thoughts, your lessons, your lesson plans, and all that. Also, I use Google Drive to organize all of my documents that I'm going to upload onto Google Classroom. I showed you my Google Classroom last week, so I'm using Google Drive to keep everything organized there. So definitely schedule and organization is key. The last lesson or tip that I have for you guys is feedback and connection. It's really a different type of challenge to connect with your students remotely. You don't get to see their faces and their little expressions. I know one of my favorite things to do in the classroom is to, as I am teaching a lesson, to really observe my students and their facial expressions. A face will tell you everything you need to know, okay? It will tell you whether they understand or whether they don't. And that's you miss that when you're teaching remotely. So I had to find ways to really connect with the kids and help them feel comfortable enough with me to let me know when they weren't understanding, and just finding different ways to build that classroom community and culture. So what I did was I utilized Flipgrid. Flipgrid, okay? Flipgrid is an amazing tool where basically it allows the kids to make videos, to communicate their learning to the teacher, or to just communicate with their classmates. It's really good. I've used it in the classroom and now I'm using it remotely. It's really, really awesome. I'll link Flipgrid down below and give a little bit more information about them. And I'll also try to put a picture in somewhere of my Flipgrid and how I'm using it. But it has just allowed the kids to have as much face-to-face action as possible remotely. So I had an introduction Flipgrid where they just introduced themselves, and then I had different activities where they had to do like a scavenger hunt and go find, you know, different students that had things in common with them. And then week 2 and 3, I did Which One Doesn't Belong. I found one, a pack off of Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll try to remember to link that down below. But basically they just had to look at this grid of numbers or expressions or pictorials, and they had to decide which one doesn't belong. The thing about which one doesn't belong is there's no definitive answer. Like, you can debate for all of them belonging in some way, form, or fashion. And so it just encouraged the kids to think critically and then also interact with one another, because again, they had to go and listen to other students and make comments on their thoughts. So it's been really fun. Another thing that I'm doing to give feedback is I have a question section in my Google Classroom. I don't know if you guys could really see that. I did like a screen recording, but basically one of the sections in my Google Classroom is for questions, and each week there's a different assignment. And any question that they have on any assignment, they just dump it in that section, and I can go through and easily find all the students' questions versus them leaving comments on every different assignment located in multiple different sections of the Google Classroom. And that has really worked really good. Also, Google Meets allowed me to get as close to possible as being in the classroom with the kids and just really connecting with them and talking to them and just letting them hear my voice and encouraging them to participate. And I've just really enjoyed using Google Meets, and I took a little footage and I'll insert it here so that you can kind of see how I've been interacting with the students using Google Meets. Lots of ads. So let's go back to our order of operations, because that's what we're going to refer to. So everybody, the first letter, type it in the comment section. What's the first letter? P. Thank you, Yasi. Lila, thank you, P. That means we're going to do parentheses. Do we have parentheses? Yes or no? Isabella says no. Daniel says no. So moving on, what's the second letter? Type in the comments. What is the second letter? E. Nicholas, thank you. Rohan, thank you. And so all of those tips and tools and strategies that I've been using have just gone together to help me be consistent. Being consistent, just in my opinion, it makes a student feel comfortable and to be able to trust you as the educator and be like, you know what, they know what they're doing. I can relax and not worry about all this other random stuff and really concentrate on the content. So I really think just being consistent through all of those other tips and tools has helped to make my overall summer school experience a really, really great one. So that brings us to the end of this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my week 2 and 3 update of my summer school experience. Next week is my last week. I only have 3 days. July 1st is our last day. So I'll be coming to you guys with just wrapping up my last thoughts about my overall summer school experience. And I hope to see you back next week for that. If you have not already done so, give this a big thumbs up, you guys. It really, really helps my channel. And if you have not already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Come on over to the E-Team. The E-Team? What's the E-Team? I'm so glad you asked. The E-Team is a group of energetic, enthusiastic, highly effective educators. If that's you, if that's who you are, then go ahead, click that subscribe button and join our team. Thank y'all so much. I love you so much. Until next time, bye.